Okay, I can't do this looking in the mirror, apparently.
Tell him look in the mirror.
Good enough for government work. He's found snakes to be beautiful, a little misunderstood, and they get kind of a bad rap. Plus, you know, most people have a single band, a single loop to represent, you know, forever. And with this, it's no less than 3, so eternity beyond. But yeah, so I kind of always just saw myself as a little bit misunderstood, and you know, so found someone who understood.
Aww.
Here's your sparklet.
You were a missionary's dream.
What would I tell Kristen and Kevin? I think there's so much I want to say, especially to Kristen, because ever since she was a little girl, this is a day that you dream of. You know, there's a few special days in your life, but this seems to be one of the most magical, where you get to be a princess for the day. And she's so beautiful. It's hard to do any of this without crying, because like I said, it's a day you dream of, and I wouldn't change anything at all. I love Kevin. You know, I always worry about that. You know, you always hear horror stories about this, you know, dragon mother-in-law, or, you know, that we get in arguments and things like that. But it hasn't been that way at all. Kevin is so wonderful. I even thought they would get married before he even proposed. And when he actually asked me first, he said, I think I'm going to propose to your daughter, what do you think? And I told him, I said, it's about time. I mean, people don't usually say that, and I think it kind of caught him off guard, but I said, I knew. The way Kristen looks at you, the way you look at Kristen, I knew. I knew maybe before they did. But I love both of them. I love you so much, to both of you. And this is an amazing day, and I hope you always remember it, because I know that I will.
So I met Kevin about 3 years ago. I was transferred from the Ocala 2nd Ward to the Gainesville 3rd Ward as a missionary. And the other missionary there, Elder Thomas, told me that they'd recently met a wonderful young man who had found so much meaning in what he was being taught by the missionaries. And that young man happened to be Kevin Langley. And a few weeks later, he was baptized into the church. It's such a wonderful experience I was able to be a part of. I was able to also be the one to ordain him as a priest. And I had no idea I was going to be here today. To be honest, I thought I'd be in Utah today, but here I am after a summer of work down in the Florida Keys. Just by coincidence, it happened to be the week I finished up. So I'm very excited to be here for you, Kevin. Keep it up.
Hey, Kristen, and now Kevin. I'm so happy to join you on this very special day. I remember when Kevin phoned Kristen. She and I had been somewhere, and we were on 75 on the way home from a shop, and the phone rang. Kristen's phone rang, and she answered and said yes. And anyway, after they hung up, I said, oh, that sounded like an interesting person. And she said, yeah, his name's Kevin. I guess we're going to a movie. So that was my introduction to Kevin, and I was real excited then. Met him a while later and was really pleased that they had found each other. Kristen, I've watched her since she was a little tiny baby. She was just a 1 pound, 6 ouncer when she was born. And she's had a lot of struggles in her early life, and it was just fun to watch her grow and see the things that she was interested in. And now to be here at her wedding day is just something I wouldn't trade for anything. So my love to both of you. I want to continue to watch you grow together as a couple and as that family, and hopefully I'll always be close enough I can be part of your life.
We met at a dance last April, and he was sitting with a group of friends. So the sister missionaries that brought me there, they went over and introduced me to him. He was wearing this really this Hawaiian shirt that I thought was really cute. So we talked a bit and talked about movies and our hobbies. And he recited a poem that he written, which I thought was very good. I was impressed, but he didn't really seem to think so. We danced to a couple slow songs. And after they ran out of slow songs, we danced in the parking lot to some slow songs I had on my phone. And then in September, we officially started dating. We went to a couple movies, mostly hung out, went for ice cream. He was very charming and funny and sweet, and he has a great sense of humor. He makes me laugh a lot, and he's just so patient with me, which I'm so grateful for. And he's just a really great guy, and I love him a lot. When he proposed, we were sitting in his room just talking, and he casually brought up the subject, and I thought about it for a couple of minutes. So we continued talking about us possibly getting married, and he asked me, and I said yes. So then we told my mom, and she was so excited. And so here we are, a couple months later. So here we are, October 24th, and we're finally married. Yay! It feels like forever since he proposed, and I'm so absolutely thrilled to be finally married to him, and it feels so surreal. Hopefully it will feel more real tomorrow morning. But I'm so excited to be married to such a great guy, and I love him a lot.
So Kristen and I met at it was actually in this building, which is awesome. We met at a young single adult branch dinner, talent show, dance, mixer thing called Shaka Pao. She was kind of playing the wallflower act, and I don't know exactly, I couldn't tell you what was different about her right from the start, but I saw her and I knew that I wanted to talk to her. I wanted to spend time getting to know her. So I did. I started talking to her, and I couldn't tell you what I said verbatim or anything, but we talked and sat next to each other while we ate, and she sat through me getting up on stage and reading some poetry that I had written, and we even got in a couple of dances that night before they stopped playing slow songs, and that's all we really wanted to dance to. And I got this wild idea out of nowhere, and I don't know why I thought she'd ever go for it. But I asked her if she'd be willing to go out to the parking lot, put on some slow songs, and we could dance out there. And that's what we did the rest of the night. We danced to music from her phone underneath of a street light until her dad came to pick her up. That was our first night meeting, that was our first dance, and it was our first kiss. And then she friend zoned me for like 4 months. So to any guy watching this, living proof, you can claw your way out of that little friend zone. We started hanging out a little bit after that, after the friend zoning happened. But, you know, it was like hanging out at the mall or going to a bookstore. She would never let me take her out to eat or anything like that. Her response was always something like, "That sounds like a date, mister," which doesn't really sound like a good idea. But I kind of, you know, I kept it up. I kept being her friend, and we're still friends. You know, she's my best friend to this day. One night I was driving her home after us hanging out for quite a while, and she was pretty quiet. And I looked over, asked her what was up, and for anyone who knows me, I'm deaf in one ear. I've got this pickup truck. I had the window rolled down, and what I thought she said was I couldn't see us being in a relationship. And so I started responding with things like, you know, "That's okay, you know, I still want to be your friend, and it's not going to be awkward for us or anything." And when she said, "I think you misheard me," is when I went, "What?" and hit the brakes and just hugged her, you know. And that was how our relationship started. You know, after that, it was our first Halloween together, our first dates, our first real confirmed dates. I kind of tricked her into going out to lunch with me a couple of times and stuff, but that was how everything began for us. It was, you know, it was Christmas dinner and New Year's and going to Disney World for the first time for my birthday. You know, sharing those kinds of experiences. And today I got to marry my best friend. We were sealed together at the temple. And here we are back exactly where we met, having our reception in the same room where I first spoke to her. And for me, that's something I can't even really describe. I love her. And saying that is like trying to describe how I love her is trying to describe a sunset to a blind man. I don't have the words to do it. But I do love her, and I always will. And I can't think of anything more to say except that I love her, and I'm happy that I never have to be without her now.
Kevin, Kristen, I am so happy for you two. Kevin, I love you to death. You are my baby, and I will always be here for you. Kristen, welcome to the family. You know, you didn't realize you were going to have a black mom. Woohoo! I just want y'all two to know that, you know, y'all make a beautiful couple. You know, always love each other, always be there for each other. Communication is the key to any good marriage. You know, if you need me, you know where I'm at. Kevin, you got my number. Kristen, if you need my number, I'll give it to you. I love you both. I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, I don't know what else to say. It's like, So, like Kevin, behave yourself. You know, you got a honeymoon coming up. Don't kill the child, okay? Just remember to take it easy, okay? Love you, babies. Talk to you later.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, here we go. It's working. I just wanted to say how much I really think Kevin is just a wonderful guy. I've known him for 3 years now. I met him at the Young Single Adult Congregation here in Gainesville. And he's one of the most sincere people I've ever met. And he's got a really, really interesting sense of humor. One that make everyone laugh. And I'm so happy to see him find the woman of his dreams. Kristen is a wonderful lady for him, and they are two make just a wonderful couple. And I just want to wish them a happy, everlasting marriage and many years of happiness ahead of them. Cheers.
Cheers. Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Marissa, the maid of honor, sister and best friend of our bride, Kristen. Kristen, you are absolutely stunning. Kevin, you've never looked more handsome. What strikes me the most as I look at both of you now is the complete, unfiltered, pure happiness and love that shines so brightly between you. I want to start off by saying that every once in a while, two people meet and you just know it's meant to be. You know instantly that the stars have aligned and their paths would bring them together regardless of what the world might throw their way. This was clearly the case when Kristen and Kevin met at a church dance. Having a sister is one of the greatest experiences I've gotten to experience in my life. Having a little sister is even better because it meant I was the boss. When we played school, Kristen was a student and I got to be the teacher. When we played Barbies, Kristen had to play the nerd while I was the popular cheerleader. Despite all of these less than desirable roles, Kristen was right there playing along just the same. She wanted to follow in the footsteps of her older sister, but the truth is there is so much that her older sister admires about her. I literally have watched Kristen grow, mature, and evolve into the striking young woman that sits before us today. Kristen is as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. Whether she is volunteering at an animal hospital or helping make dinner, Kristen is able to find the joy in the little things. She puts thought, effort, and dedication into everything she does. Writing a book, babysitting her nephew Jackson, being a daughter, a friend, and a sister. I know that Kristen will approach her new role as a wife in the same way she does everything in life. Kevin, this makes you a very lucky man. Now, I never knew Kevin before Kristen, but what I can tell you is that he is the perfect man for my sister. I know that because Kristen is the same woman she has always been, but better. Kevin is smart, loyal, and funny. You can count on Kevin for a perfectly clever joke, a helping hand, amazing food, and the shirt off his back if you needed it. He is compassionate, energetic, easygoing, and he fits seamlessly into our family. As you can see, separately, Kristen and Kevin are each phenomenal individuals. Together they are unstoppable. They will have the marriage that everyone hopes for. They are truly a perfect match, and I know they will be able to ride the waves of life together as friends, as soulmates, as husband and wife. Please raise your glass and toast to our bride.
Before my husband Ian came up here, he warned Kevin that he is the king of awkward speeches. I do have to say I am taking my spot as the queen of awkward speeches. I have known Kevin and Kristen for about the last year or so after I moved into the branch, and I have to agree that they are a wonderful couple, that they match each other so well, and it's really a joy to see them get married today. And I know that they will have many, many years of happiness and joy and fun together because they both have such a great personality and such a great sense of humor. So I'm very happy to be here today and raise a glass to them for happiness, for time and all eternity.
Or anything when I just was told this when I entered that I was going to have to say something today. I've only known Kevin for roughly a year. I believe I met you guys. Actually, I met both of you. I didn't even realize who you were at the time. Kristen, at the medieval fair. And it was kind of awkward because it was the first time that I was actually taking my fiance out on a date, so it was kind of memorable for me now. But ever since Kevin, since I've known him through the VA. He's actually helped me and my fiance a lot, actually, because when we originally moved into our townhome, we didn't have much furniture, and he actually helped negotiate a few things that actually got us as a household started. And I appreciated everything about it. And I didn't really know anybody in Gainesville. I'd been here 2 years and made 0 friends. So it was actually really nice to have gotten to know both of you actually now, because Kristen, you've actually come to the house a couple times now, and it's really nice to know that we've actually made some pretty good friends here in Gainesville. And you know, I hope you guys the best. I hope to keep to knowing you as much as I can. You guys definitely inspire me and my fiance to, you know, stay happy as much as you guys. I've seen you guys be happy. So, congratulations on today.
Isn't this awesome being a grandma? You get to give little kids chocolate. Right? So, hi, Jackson. Hi. Kristen, I'm not sure if everybody knows, when Kristen was born, she was 1 pound and 6 ounces. This little, teeny tiny little baby. And as I look at her now, it's almost hard to believe because she's grown into such a beautiful young woman. Can we get down? Find some more chocolate. I think about some of the things that she liked when she was a little girl. And Marissa too, they always wanted me to, he wants to go on stage and play. Kristen always liked it, and when I scratched her back and when I told her the story of the 3 bears, just every night, it never seemed to get old, every night. And it's almost kind of sad when I think of Kristen being married, only because I won't be able to be there at night and tell her little bedtime stories and scratch her back. But I pass this on to you, Kevin. I love you guys so much. You are everything that I could have imagined for a spouse and my daughter. Just wanted to say I love you both and congratulations.
I've known Kevin for, what, 6 years now?
Yeah, unfortunately for you.
I met him through Jennifer. Met him before, never knew him. He hired me to cut down a tree in his yard. So I went over to his house, and we ended up playing video games for about 4 hours. I knew there was a friendship here when we were sitting on the couch watching video games, and he turned and tried to bite my ear. I found out later he had a war wound, and it was Twitch. Hence the name Twitchy, we call him to this day. We love you. It's a pet term, you know that. I've known him, like I said, 6 years. He's been my best friend that entire time. I've been with him through hell and back, both on his half and my half. We've been there for each other through horrible things we really have. And he's always been there when I needed him, and I hope I'm always there when you need me, when I need you. Yes. I'm getting butchered. So you know I love you like a brother by choice, man. I don't know Kristen as well as I know Kevin, but I know she's good because she has changed him. For the last 4 or 5 years, he was a very unhappy person. He acted fun, he acted happy, but he just wasn't. And when she came into his life, his whole demeanor changed. He became a whole person. And I knew then and there that they were meant to be. So while I know Kristen less, I consider you a sister now. You always will be. And I hope you'll have the happiest life you could possibly have. So that's that, man.
Congratulations, man. Thanks. Now you gotta say something for being late. Just tell me about how you put up with it at work at night when we were doing wheelchair races. Or what was it we did that one night?
Which one?
Yeah. This guy right here has put up with me at the VA pretty much since day one. Yep. Night shift, day shift, just multiple levels of insanity.
And insane boredom.
Yes, that the main cause of all of our shenanigans was boredom and way too much imagination and shared combat stress, right? Yep. Eloquent man. So, why are you late?
I have kids and her family came in today.
Good. Yeah, that works. Denise is the her. She's right over there. She's put up with me almost as long as he has. She's also extremely quiet when under pressure.
Me too.
I noticed. Why do you think I'm doing this to you right now?
Oh, I know.
No, okay.
You're lucky to...
You want to go sit down next to her, yeah?
I can sit up here, no matter.
Okay, cool. All right, now that I'm done playing a little practical joke on the groomsman that was late. Oh, we do have to bring up the Chechen.
He was late too.
Dude, this wedding is peacock themed because of you. Get up here. You have to tell the story. Yes. We'll tell the story if you don't. Okay.
I'm not telling the story.
All right, so a long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, this man was in his backyard with a shotgun, scared of a peacock. He heard some sort of a 30-06? 30-06. He heard some sort of a noise. I think it was initially a woodpecker or something just going off. Couldn't let him get any sleep. And he goes out there with a 30-06 to take out a woodpecker. When he gets out there, he's confronted by the woodpecker's bigger brother, who immediately fans out his tail, and he falls over the hood of his car. What was it?
I think it was a Mustang.
Mustang, the manliest of vehicles, with his 30-06 in hand, and retreats. Retreats.
semantics, basically. Yeah.
I close my eyes. Who's gonna tell? You and him.
Just talk.
I thought we were talking. That's the kind of idea.
Put your hand in your pocket.
Kill Sumina.
It's a tie.
What did I do?
There you go.
Holy crap.
There you go.
Guys being guys. Okay, amazing.
Did you stagger?
What's going on?